Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Zelda 1 Randomizer race. This is the Random Percent Tournament, and this afternoon's match will be between AlmightyBobino and Kingdahl. This is a game 2 of 3. They played game 1 2 days ago, and Kingdahl won. So, AlmightyBobino, this tournament has a special feature in it. Not only is it random percent, we don't know the randomizer settings or the flag seeds per match. Losers are also allowed to change one flag to not be random, and AlmightyBobino has decided 0 HP enemies. So the enemies will be guaranteed, the enemies, but not necessarily the bosses or Ganon, will be guaranteed 0 HP, killed by the boomerang, killed by the sword, anything you want. And other than that, it's going to be an adventure. These random percent tournament seeds have been just a lot of fun. There's a lot of, I don't know, audience participation, I guess, in trying to figure out what's going on, you know. So, I think both runners are about ready to kick it off. All right, here we are. Ooh, bait and blue candle. Those are fair starting items. The blue candle is an excellent starting item. Starting with 3 Triforces is also a possibility. So the way, door repair charge with 0 rupees. Not a bad start. Yeah, as Wed Wizrobe says in chat, remove open stairs is a good option. Oh, and joining me today on commentary is John Tabin. Hello.
Hey, sorry.
No problem. You didn't even miss anything. It was just 20 seconds. So they started with bait and a candle, and that's it.
Bait and candle, huh?
In the forest, and the Armos item wasn't there, so nice and easy. The loser's remorse flag is 0 HP enemies, so that candle is actually kind of nice because it kills things. They got some offense, and because of the 0 HP enemies, it's enough offense. No, there's a 3/5 chance that the Armos item would have been close to the start screen. It didn't work out that way.
Kingdahl using a hockey player sprite. He briefly held the world record in NES hockey and routed the world record strats that someone else optimized. But
oh, did he? That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Makes sense now.
Yeah. He just got some sword sprites that look like hockey sticks too. But I think the hockey player sprite I hadn't seen yet.
I see some players occasionally use Zelda 4 sprites, some Zelda 2 sprites maybe mixed in a little bit. Okay, so we got vanilla secrets, I'm going to call it, because we got a 10 small and a 30 medium. So the secret sizes were probably not shuffled. And the hints were not shuffled either, because the hint prices were also vanilla, which means do not buy them. Fred does not shuffle the hint prices. They're guaranteed to be useless. First, look at the coast item, heart container. Well, so far I'm just trying to figure out what was shuffled at all. Did we accidentally get a vanilla seed? Can that happen?
Yeah, unshuffled items is certainly possible, but until we see some dungeon items, it's hard to make a conclusion.
Yeah, the heart on the coast isn't necessarily conclusive by itself.
Yeah, we got the second quest, level 3 lake. So this is at least mixed quest, possibly second on the overworld. Did we see? Oh, I think we saw the level 5 screen, so it's definitely mixed.
Oh yeah, actually, when level 3, I learned from another stream. When level 3 rolls, oh, that's not level 3. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but yeah, I think
when level 3 looks
we saw the first quest level 5 screens, and so if you see both the first quest level 5 screen and the second quest level 3 screen, that's mixed. Oh, they have it looked like. Okay, so they started with 2, 3, and 8. Okay.
Yeah. So this is interesting. Those red Lionels just dropped bombs, so that's a very important thing that got shuffled.
Yeah.
Enemy drop tables. Both players have explored pretty much all the same stuff so far, in just different orders. They did the forest, they did the Lost Hills, and then they up-aid, and they traded places. Nobody has, I was about to say, nobody's done what I call the casino, or the bank in the back, because in the vanilla game, this lone tree at the dead end is a money-making game.
Yes, Casino Corner. Yes.
Yep, and the 100 secret is in the false wall right behind it. Ooh, we get our first dungeon at the lighthouse, also in that top right corner there. Starting in column 2, this palette. I don't know. I need to see more.
Yeah, we definitely have Shuffle Dungeon palette. That's not a vanilla palette of anything.
Yeah, and, the vanilla 8 palette is a little bit lighter.
Right.
Oh, so whichever dungeon this is, he doesn't have the Triforce for it.
Yeah.
Bait block.
Yeah, we know it's not 2, 3, or 8.
With it.
Yeah. We know it's not 2, 3, or 8 because the Triforce would not light up when you pick up the compass. So...
perhaps 7. 7 is likely to have a bait block.
Could be. But depending on what rolled where, the bait block can also be shuffled to
oh yeah, it is very likely for the bait block to move. You are right. Just you know. Yeah. But there's a 50% chance it didn't. The way the random. Ooh, AlmightyBobino.
With second quest dungeons, the bait block usually stays in 3 and 8, but not necessarily in 7 if it's not second quest.
So I was going to say that bait block was actually kind of unnecessary because he paid the bait block because why not? He started with it, right? And then he went up and hugged a dark nut. But yeah, this is the bait block room. But you can see the Triforce is down and to the right. So cleaning out this room with the bait block is probably not required to get the Triforce. Heart container on the floor. So far that's so good because if you see items appearing on the floor, then that means Shuffle Dungeon Hearts could be on.
And that was the heart container on the floor in the middle of an Aquamentus room, so this could be 7. Let's see if Triforces are in Triforce rooms. We see that on Kingdahl's screen right now.
We don't. I did not have any guess as to which dungeon Kingdahl is in either. Maybe he'll pause right now, give us a hint. No, he wants to dig the dungeon. I find that... oh, no, he doesn't. Maybe that was just a little input mistake. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 8. So that was level 1 Kingdahl find. Oh, and he is choosing to dig it. I mean,
once he looks at the subscreen and sees that it was 1, he knows there's not much of it left, and it could have 2 or even 3 items if Heart Shuffle turns out to be in play.
And potentially a bow, which is the item to get in this flag set with, Ganon being 50% required. So, and you know what? 0 HP enemies? Oh, okay, well, so it's absolutely level 1. That answers that question.
Yeah. We know at least levels 1 through 6 are going to be first quest dungeon shaves. So
yeah, going to be not much shuffled in this seed. It looks like. I'm thinking. Okay, so no second quest push block there. I can see why Kingdahl checked that because early in the seed we could have remove open stairs, because this bow would normally be in an open stair. If it is the bow, we don't know yet. It would normally be in an open stair, and it would normally.
Bobino getting caught in a Chevy there.
Yeah, and that's why Fred endorses up A. Ooh, I think Kingdahl was trying to force a bomb there, and yeah, he didn't want to up A. He got a blue rupee from that Wallmaster, and then he just decides to bail. Yeah, he doesn't want to spend his last key. AlmightyBobino taking a letter. Letters are good, especially if it's a fast seed. Oh, Kingdahl finds another level right away. Hopefully that lack of bombs doesn't... Oh, wow. Both players finding other dungeons right next to the dungeons they were just in. So when they...
East Hyrule, the place to be for dungeons in this seed.
So AlmightyBobino is maybe trying to figure out if he should take this one or not. I guess just decides to take it.
Yeah, I mean, C2 rooms, I would certainly look at see if it's a Triforce, yeah, because...
And it's not. So that would have to be one of dungeons 2, 3, or I'm gonna call it 8.
Yeah.
It could technically be Second Quest 7, but I'm gonna call it 8. Oh, and Chad is saying 3. They must have been. Oh yeah, it's the bottom corner of the Manji. So yeah, it was totally 3.
Okay.
And if you have a hunch that items might not be shuffled, then you're not going to dig 3 because it could be. It's more likely to be a raft than anything else.
Right. But on the other hand, it's small, so.
It's true. I'm going to assume AlmightyBobino got their heart container from the floor. Okay, no, they are digging 3. This could be the play. You never know. So in these random percent tournaments, if items are shuffled and Bo is in here, this could be the defining play. You just don't know. Even digging it for keys. So AlmightyBobino has 0 keys right now. 4 keys, but no keys. So, if he could just get a couple rooms into 3 and leave it with 1 or 2 keys, he can use those in another dungeon. That's actually, yeah, if I were him, I'd be digging for keys right now. Never mind the raft.
Have either of them made it over to the vanilla sword screen yet?
Not yet. That's something else. There's one of our take any's, and there's no free candle. Although they started with one, so that wouldn't be special. But yeah, no, you're right. I haven't even said that yet. I'm normally a big advocate of just go get your wood sword. It makes, digging your dungeons way faster. In your overworld, you die less. Yeah, they haven't checked that vanilla start screen. That's a good point.
Kingdahl does have a penchant for playing this game swordless, but it's in a randomizer seed where a sword is available, it generally speeds things up.
Yeah, I mean, Blue Candle obviously has awkward, like right there, Kingdahl is refreshing screens. He's wasting time with the candle, which is a bit slower. He did get the bombs from a blue Octorok. I wonder if Kingdahl maybe won't figure out that bomb drops are shuffled then. Because we saw a bomb drop from a red Lionel. Maybe it was a force. Maybe Bobino forced it. I don't know. Maybe item drops aren't shuffled. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, even if item drops are shuffled, some of the enemies can end up in the same group, so. We do have unshuffled hints. They're saying all the vanilla stuff, which means that hints will be useless, because they'll just tell them to go up the mountain and go, and how to get through the Lost Hills and so forth, so.
Boy, you're rich.
Yeah.
My favorite. So, I think AlmightyBobino is right about to do that, actually. Go up the mountain. So I guess AlmightyBobino is not comfortable with screen wraps, because they were just on the open cave to the right of level 5, where you commonly see players screen wrap into level 5.
It looked like he may not have been comfortable with that enemy set. He does run the vanilla game, so
he's got screen wraps then, yeah.
I know he's at least screen scrolls, probably at least the one into level 5. I'm sure he's done, but but yeah, I think he got cornered on that screen with the low health, so he just took the safe way.
Oh yeah, no, good observation there. I missed that. He does have low health. Again, as a runner, if I had 1 heart, I would go up the mountain ahead. But as a commentator, I see him skip it, and I'm like, why did he skip it? Because I'm not holding the controller. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And since they are vanilla hits, meet the old man at the grave is meaningless. The magical sword will not necessarily be at the grave.
Right. Did you get the sword from the old man on top of the waterfall? Ooh, okay, yeah. So, right away from the vanilla white sword cave, I might have just up-A'd with, 1 heart container remaining. And AlmightyBobino chooses to walk a couple screens and then take a death. It's a little bit slower, but he'll be fine. There's still much of this race to go, and we've already seen that 2 sets of 2 dungeons are all right next to each other, so... Now, what I find interesting here, Kingdahl is digging this 3.
Did Bobino find anything here, or...?
No, Bobino looked for keys, didn't get any, and either died or left. I should remember because it was just a minute ago. And Kingdahl knows he's got this Triforce, and he knows it's 3. And he's still digging it. He's got 4 keys, I guess he figures it's small, and
he doesn't have that many rooms left.
Yeah, he's like, well, I may as well. But you'd think that if you maybe entered 3 and the Triforce was in the first room, you just like, it's a gift, I'll take it. You just maybe run.
But of course, they started with the Triforce. The only reason to be here is items. Interesting thing about level 3, if it's the vanilla item room, it's a corridor staircase on the right. So there are a limited number of places it can shuffle to, because you have to be able, it can't block off a room. So checking
that's
these
right,
rooms,
yeah.
So checking rooms like in the corner. Although this looks like it turned into an open staircase after all. So what I just said is irrelevant. Or it's turned into a diamond rather. So it's and it's the wooden boomerang. We have shuffled items for sure.
Yeah, so items are definitely shuffled, and wooden boomerang's actually kind of hype with 0 HP enemies. It fires quickly, and it kills lots of things. Maybe I still want a sword. There's another flag in this tournament where sword beams can always be on, regardless of your current HP.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually the best weapon in the game. Doubly so. Oh yeah, look at that boomerang killing those lions. So, yeah, check the vanilla wood sword cave. I don't know. Both runners are doing pretty good though. Don't want to say they're making a mistake by not checking the wood sword cave, but
if the wood sword did not, I mean, it's 50-50 that the wood sword's going to be there. So if they didn't, if it didn't shuffle there, then they just got lucky that the other guy didn't check it, to be honest. But Kingdahl finding this is a boomstick seed, and he's going to go ahead and buy the book, because that means that if he finds the wand, it's gonna fire explosions. Also, the book could possibly be Atlas, meaning getting the maps as soon as you walk in, and it's not going to be translate old men, because we have vanilla hints, but there are a couple of flags that modify the book, and if it's in a shop, it has to be boomstick, but could also be maps. So he's going to go ahead and buy that. And have a bunch of money.
Right you are, John. And I actually really like the book in this flag set. I could see Kingdahl hover over it for a second. I think what he was maybe considering was, because he's only a few screens away from the start screen, I think he was thinking of doing a save and quit, buy the book, see if it's any good. If the book isn't good, reload, get your 200 rupees back, spend it on a bomb upgrade instead, maybe. But he just chose to just take the book.
Well, Lionel throws a hockey stick in Kingdahl's face. That has to be a penalty.
5 minutes. High sticking. Oh, man. So, did Kingdahl never do... Yeah, he did. Is he going back in this dungeon? Well, I guess now he's got a source of repeatable offense in that boomerang. And keys. Kingdahl never got the compass.
Oh, that's right. He didn't spend nearly as much time in here as Bobino did, so he might be in a better position to clear it with the boomerang.
Yeah, and his chat is pointing out no Atlas, so the boomstick is purely a boomstick.
Yeah. So Kingdahl definitely hoping that wand shows up, so he doesn't turn out to have wasted his money.
Mm-hmm. So Kingdahl also paying the bait block, even though it very clearly takes you in the wrong direction. I think he's doing that because when you start with the bait, you may as well use it, right? Like, it's got to be a sign from the randomizer gods that if you start with the bait, right? It's not really a good particular starting item. I think starting with even the raft is better, just because the bait blocks tend to shuffle out of your way instead of in your way. You know, the vanilla dungeons had to be crafted in such a way that the bait blocks were progression blocks. With randomized layouts, anything can happen, and the bait's just not so good. However, this is random percent. There's no hard rules. If you end up with vanilla second quest 3 and 7, then that bait is very, very good. Who knows?
3 and 8 rather. In
8, sorry.
In 3, it's interesting because the second quest bait blocks don't shuffle. You know they're going to be there, but you don't know what position they're going to be in the dungeon. If you happen to enter above the bait in 3, then you can get through it. You just can't return. It's so it's more likely if there are second quest dungeons, but it's still not certain you're going to need it.
So here we see
Kingdahl trying to find a way to that Triforce without using his key. It doesn't look like can't bomb from this way. And we have we see a bomb upgrade in a cave. That means that we have replaced White Sword, Magical Sword with bomb upgrades. We don't know. We don't know whether.
Okay, so the Armos item was also a White Sword, or a bomb upgrade.
Okay, so the sword in the cave was the Magical Sword, and the White Sword was the Armos item, but they were replaced with bomb upgrades. So that flag obviously designed for swordless flag sets, which are not in play at this point in the tournament. But both our runners are choosing to play swordless for a while, at least.
I think it's really interesting, that flag set, because what it kind of does is if you use it with swords, it takes the White Sword and the Magical Sword completely out of the game, and it forces you to play with the Wood Sword. That means Ganon is always 15 hits. It means Pactras are, unless he's not.
Yeah.
I love saying this, and there's no absolutes in the random percent tournament. It's so good. But but it means I'm going to finish the thought anyway. It means Ganon is 15 hits. It means Pactras are a struggle unless you maybe have the wand, but then they're still a little bit hard. You can't upgrade your offense. Imagine a seed where Fred will put 10 hearts in there. It'd be
it's not a big deal if everything's 0 HP, which has at least happened with the non-boss enemies in this seed. But if you get like plus or minus 4 HP and that flag rolls, then you could get into some tough combat. I actually that was actually the flag I chose to turn off for my Loser's Remorse. So
the 0 HP enemies?
No, the replace bomb upgrades. Because
So you're guaranteed to see the White Sword and Mags in your game.
Yeah, and we did get the White Sword. It didn't help, but I still lost.
Good choice of flag, though. Oh, Kingdahl digging the, I'm not going to call it the green dungeon. I mean, it is a very green dungeon, but it's not the vanilla palette for 7, I don't think.
Bobino making his way over to the Wood Sword Cave, and he doesn't feel stupid for taking so long to check it, because it was just a door repair.
Wow, okay, so the Wood Sword did move. Yeah. I think checking that spot right away is still a good idea. But
I agree, but in this case, the gamble paid for both of them. So,
ooh, another ladder block. This is vicious. Rewarded for blindly bombing a wall. Actually, maybe not blindly. Chat thinks this is first quest 7. Technically the color is wrong. It looks right, but it's wrong.
Well, it looked like didn't Kingdahl get the 7 Triforce out of that gray dungeon? So.
Yeah. So this can't be 7.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody in chat is saying first quest 4 because of the little bump at the bottom of the rope.
Yeah, it looks like the bottom of 4 to me. But...
Yep. Good call, chat. So 4 is ladder blocked. Now vanilla. Well, and 4 you get the ladder, but
yeah.
Okay, there's our second take, Annie. So far, I think AlmightyBobino's found both of them. Oh no, because both players got the heart container in. I think it's 7. The one the debate blocks dungeon. So, yeah. 1 floor heart, 1 take any heart for each player. No, that burn bush normally opens in second quest. It could have opened in mixed. I'm looking at Bobino's stream.
Yeah.
Did not open. Door repair. Wow. Another consequence of Boomstick is that one of the dungeon items will be replaced by the magic shield, which is pretty good, but, when you want... Oh, there it is. First quest 3, I think, has the wood sword. It might take Kingdahl a while to get over there.
Yeah,
and this means we have a first quest mixed overworld.
Well, have we seen a... Well, well, we know it's mixed for sure, but do we know the two types of mixed are mixed first and mixed second. The main difference is one of them has 300 secrets, 3 big secrets, and one of them has 1. I don't know. I don't know if we've seen. I don't think we've seen enough.
There is a way to. I learned from doing commentary on these tournaments. There is a way to tell really quick, and that is the first quest 3 screen. That will, if that shows up in its second quest form, you're actually guaranteed to have straight second quest.
Sure, but but what I'm saying is we know it's mixed quest. We don't know if if it's what the secret distribution is.
You're right, actually. And there is no way to tell from any single screen.
Yeah.
Although we can get a hunch from how many door repairs the players are finding. Because right, not only is there 1 big secret versus 3, second quest has many more door repairs. So you feel a lot poorer all the time.
Yeah. Kingdahl got a bunch of money early on. I don't know. I wasn't here for the first few minutes, and I don't know if he saw big secrets or not. But and yeah, Bobino has permanent sword beams, so he has. So the sword could let him catch up if he blitzes these dungeons that Kingdahl's already finished, and he's already spent some time in this 7, so it shouldn't take him too much longer unless he wants to dig out the item.
This could be the item right here in this reverse C. So we don't have 0 HP bosses. This is the first boss that either player could even damage, actually. They had to walk past all those golems with no bow. Ooh. I'm watching the tense combat with the sword beams. Nice dodging.
The reverse C really limits your motion here, but Bobino doing a good job.
Well, the one small key isn't a bad consolation prize when you have 0. I'll take that. Yeah. I'd rather it was a item staircase leading to the ladder, but I'd always wish that. So permanent sword beams. Kingdahl's about to get them, unless maybe one of these Lionels. Good. I do not want to see Kingdahl die on this screen and then put it off and then never get his sword. I think he's gonna get it. Good. All right. Interesting. AlmightyBobino goes into the Triforce room and then just says, wait, I just want a real quick, small key? Or small key? I bet he takes it now, though.
I mean, Bobino hasn't seen any dungeon items at all, so he may be thinking, but nah, he's not going to do that. He's going to take it.
That's true. I'm saying I would have bolted out of 3 right away. I might have dug 1. If I'd found level 1, like Kingdahl did, I might dig 1 just because it's so small, and the bow is such an important item, and the bow is 50% in there. I'll dig 1. I probably wouldn't have dug 3, but go figure. Digging 3 is the only way to learn that items are shuffled. Because we did see Kingdahl actually try to dig 1 a little bit, and he didn't get anything for it. I think he was key blocked out of the northern side of the dungeon, where the bow is in vanilla. And because he was key blocked out of it, go figure, that seems to be where both items went. He got the heart container, but no items. So, yeah, unfortunate that digging 1 didn't pay off. AlmightyBobino, though, catching up pretty quick. Doing all the same dungeons that Kingdahl's already done, but,
not reloading any of them to clear rooms with a blue candle, which is nice.
Right, yes. So doing it relatively fast. So he just learned that 4 is ladder blocked. He might know it's 4. We can't read his mind. Oh, and Gary and Old Wolf telling us in chat.
Yeah, Kingdahl saw a large secret in the southwest. It was a straight 100. Looks like the prices and secrets are unshuffled. Which means if we see another 100, we'll know what the item distribution is. So Bobino hitting that ladder block in level 4. He turns around immediately and looks his map again, heads for the door. I think he's sussed out that there's not going to be another way through.
I think after his dig of 3, he knows it's vanilla first quest. So
yeah, he knows those shapes. So he knows the shapes of the small dungeons at least. So he's
Ooh, Kingdahl finding another Triforce, maybe? Yes. Okay. I didn't even see what dungeon this was. I didn't even see that he was in a dungeon. Oh, he found it at the grave. He's gonna pause for us. 1, 2, 3, 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, so he's got 7 and 8 regardless.
Yeah, well, I think he already had 7 from the northeast, but this has to be 8 because it didn't give it has to be 2 or 8 because
he didn't get a new one.
Gave him something he already had,
and he's digging it. So no, he's not digging it. Okay, so he was probably thinking, let me see if there's an item right next to the door, but if there's not, I gotta hurry. So players in it's random %. However, there's one thing. There are a couple things we never shuffle in the interest of keeping this an interesting sport. Kingdahl getting his Armos item. One of them is that the overworld will always be shuffled in this tournament. Another one is that the level 9 entry will also not be shuffled.
Yes, we randomize the number of Triforces you start with, but not the number you need. So you always need to get to 8.
So because the full Triforce is always required, players have an idea of how far ahead they are and how much of an advantage they started with, which I think makes the game more fun to play than not knowing what level 9's entry condition is. But what this means is probably the single most important flag is Ganon required flag.
Sure.
If Ganon is not required, then the first person into 9 just starts running around, and Zelda could be in any room anywhere. I'll talk about finding Zelda in 9 later because there's more strategy to that. But if Zelda's free, then you don't have to find Ganon, and you don't have to find the bow and silvers. You just run straight into Zelda and you win. So what happens with a lot of these random % tournament games is players will rush to complete the Triforce and then just blitz 9, because if Zelda's open, that's GG. So so players won't stop till I brought that up in the context of Kingdahl jumping back into 8, and me being surprised that despite starting with the Triforce in 3, both players chose to dig 3 a little bit. Maybe Keys is definitely a good reason to do that, but a good reason to not do that for much longer is it could be a fast seed. Is AlmightyBobino bombing? Yeah, AlmightyBobino is back in 4 and frantically bombing every wall. He must not know this is vanilla. No, this isn't 4, is it? It's just a different shade of green.
No, he's
I'm sorry.
He's somewhere else. I don't think I'm not sure what dungeon he's in. Actually, could be 5, could be 6.
Wed Wizrobe. I like your username. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Oh yeah, first quest 8. Because there we go, the Triforce is already lit, and you're right. Yeah. This looks like the. Oh yeah, that absolutely looks like first quest 8. So,
Yeah. That's where he is. So there are 2 basement items there. So if he and he's hit a ladder block, so he knows he needs to dig items at least for a while.
It's not a bad place to dig items if you feel like, so both players at this point know that level 4 is ladder blocked, and they need the Triforce in 4, so the seed is ladder blocked.
Yeah.
So at this point, they're thinking, all right, time to start digging item staircases. That does throw a wrench in the Blitz level 9 logic that I was just talking about, because...
Yeah, sure. They don't know if the bows and silver arrows are going to be required, but if they happen upon them, they won't turn them down because they know that they need to find the ladder.
Mm-hmm. And level 8, one of the better places to be, because you get 2 items.
Oh, we saw the red candle on the floor. So we have Heart Shuffle in play, which makes digging items a little more complicated, because some of them can be floor items in dungeons that don't normally have floor items.
That definitely changes even level 3 now. Yeah, that's... Wow. I wonder if maybe my... Oh, we find a new dungeon on Kingdahl's screen. Located on Death Mountain. Interesting. Kingdahl
I think by
doesn't
process
want...
of elimination, this has to be 6. We've seen all the others, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
We actually haven't seen 9.
Yeah.
Funny that we found 9 last. That doesn't usually happen. But,
it could be 5. It could also be 5, yeah.
Maybe he'll go back in. We'll get to see what the start screen is. Ooh. I'm thinking 6. No. No. Oh, yeah, no, that's the vanilla start screen for 6, isn't it? Oh, but this is not.
It could be 5. Could be.
Yeah, it still fits 5. Oh no, the bottom of 5, I think, is the E and the L, not the V and the E. And this goes right 3 screens, so it's got 3 rooms on the bottom row.
And we're not actually on the bottom row, are we?
Right.
Then
it can be 5. I'm sorry. Yeah, we are 1 above the bottom row. Okay, yep, 5 is still on the... Both players finding a staircase. See if it's a connector or treasure. AlmightyBobino will probably take that since they don't have the wooden boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just talking about how Kingdahl's using that boomerang just as much as he's using his permanent sword beams. So boomerang is fantastic with 0 HP enemies. He takes it. But then ducks out. So he found one of the 2 items in 8, decided he's had enough. There was also a ladder block in 8, stopping you from getting the Triforce that you started with anyway. I think we decided this was level 1. This was the Eagle. And Kingdahl attempted to dig it, did not get any of the items at all. Did find 1 heart container on the floor, but did not find either of the other 2 items that should be in here. And by process of elimination, I figured out that they had to be in the head of the Eagle, where the vanilla bow is, that branch. But it was key blocked, and Kingdahl didn't have any keys because this was one of the first things he did. So maybe if AlmightyBobino comes in here and gets a ladder out of there, that could turn the whole thing around. I love constructing these random percent scenarios. Ooh, Kingdahl stumbles into a Triforce he didn't have. Now he just needs 6 and 4. 6 and 4.
Yeah.
So that level must have been 5.
Yeah, that was definitely 5. Yeah.
And I think AlmightyBobino now knows that this is level 1 because he didn't get a Triforce when he got the Triforce. I need to sentence better. He knows that was a Triforce he already had. He probably just paused and saw half of level 1. So he is going to dig level 1. This is even better than level 8. So AlmightyBobino was digging the right dungeons for that ladder. Also, shoutouts to, I think, CD Improv for restreaming, and Gary and Old Wolf for tracking. I hope I didn't get that backwards. Yeah, thank you to all of our Randomania volunteers who make these streams possible.
Now this is the this 4-block room is where the boomerang drops in Vanilla 1. I'm getting the sense that, yep, there's the heart container on the floor. I'm getting the sense that items are dropping in their vanilla spots based on the Triforce rooms and so forth. So that heart container. So if you figure that out, you may notice that heart container tells you heart shuffle, although that's a little bit subtle.
Yeah. So 2 things there. This means that if you are looking for a floor drop ladder, which would kind of be a nightmare scenario, you want to look in boss rooms. You want to look in the rooms where the boss was. So that makes heart shuffle a lot easier. It means you don't have to clear nearly as many rooms. And I just wanted to say, AlmightyBobino taking that strategic wallmaster out of there. I just love being able to say strategic wall master.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if he did that on purpose because he's going right back there.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I guess it was an accident. Yeah, I mean, this could also be an item drop room, and it could be shuffled. But I think we saw the Aquamentus room in 7 be
the heart in the middle. So we're probably looking for an Aquamentus room with a drop where the Aquamentus heart drops in the little corridor in the corner. Mm-hmm. So.
Oh, Kingdahl also digging one. Now he was here already. Got the Triforce, bailed. You can see Kingdahl has done the left side, whereas AlmightyBobino has done the top side. And neither of them have found the item. So it's got to be in the Talons then, right? Got to be in the Talons. AlmightyBobino shuttered in. Well, we know because of Kingdahl that this is not the room.
Yeah. Now here's the Aquamentus.
Oh, and it does have the ladder. Okay. Well, what I was saying about Bobino maybe digging one and getting that ladder, I guess it wasn't wrong. It could have happened, except Kingdahl came in and sniped it right from Bobino. So there'll be no advantage for Bobino there. Kingdahl surprisingly getting to that ladder first. Oh, and the bow? Where was that? Okay.
And Bobino finding the bow in the basement. So yeah. Now at this point, it's funny. When you after this dig of one, you think, oh my god, my opponent could have been here a long time ago and got everything. Except what they don't know is that they're actually here at exactly the same time, 40 minutes in. So,
yeah, we're gonna bring that up in the interview. 40 minutes in, you're both digging.
Yeah, they have to both feel behind seeing these items.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. I would feel behind too. It's funny that they both double dipped one to get the ladder at the same time. And now Kingdahl is not leaving the bow behind. He is fully committed to digging out this. And he's gonna get it right here. So both players are ready for Ganon.
Well, they don't have the silver arrows, but there's a good chance the silver arrows are in 9. So.
Yeah, I was about to say that next was because of math. Silver arrows are unfortunately a lot less random than they would be. Fred has a number of flags, such as don't shuffle dungeon items, and then he has another flag that is force red ring and silvers into 9, and then there's another flag that's like allow important items in 9, and because of a combination of things, this tournament is structured, the silvers end up in 9 just so often.
A lot of the time.
Yeah, we just assume there.
We did have one where the silvers were in 7 last night, which was pretty exciting. And Ganon was required, but 7 was the Triforce they needed. So
so they probably ended up getting it.
Yeah, they did, but then they both last location with the bow. It was pretty
wow.
Yeah.
So Kingdahl digging all 3 items out of 1, and he leaves. Gotta feel pretty good with the bow and ladder, except maybe not good for the 41 minutes. Oh, and level 4 is right here. Wait, did AlmightyBobino not do this? Because you would think that getting the ladder right next to level 4, you'd go cross off the ladder block, or did I do it again? This is not 4.
No.
This is not 4. This is the second time I've done that. I'm sorry. This is 8. Yeah, sorry, chat. I saw the color and I thought it was 4. And it's vaguely the right column. 1 too far to the right, but.
Does Kingdahl know this is 8? Because when Bobino was digging this out, he hadn't seen the bow and the ladder yet. Now that they have, maybe Kingdahl's hoping for the wand? I don't know.
He might not know that this is first quest 8, because it is a back half dungeon, and I don't think he has any information in the back half.
That may be right.
Yeah, he's pushing that block. He thinks second quest is still a possibility. After looking at those 7 rooms, I would think this is first quest 8. Okay, I think he's reached the same conclusion. I think he's like, wait, alright, I recognize the shape of the lion. I'm out of here. Oops. So, both players also still looking for 9, don't forget. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but we haven't... Bobino also buying the book. I love it. We have double boomstick purchases this seed. I hope that wand shows up. I love me some Any Bomb. So, yeah, so where's 9? And where's 5, I guess, right?
Well, Kingdahl saw 5 and got the Triforce, so 5's up on Death Mountain. But
is it 6? We don't have that.
I don't think we've seen 6.
Mm-hmm.
Or if we did, they dipped out of it very quickly.
Yeah, CD Improv bringing up a good point in chat. Kind of rooting for it to be blocked by something. The longer we go without finding it, the more likely it is that it is blocked by a power bracelet, which I don't think they have. You know, recorder. Hey, Dig Dogger. Somebody heard me say recorder. Or the raft, the dream.
Yeah. In a mixed quest overworld, both first quest level 7 and second quest level 3 lakes will open and will be things, and on all of those other second quest recorder blocks may be there. So it could be. Oh, speaking of the recorder, look what's here in the corner.
So this is level 4, and that was on the floor. Interesting, and it was ladder blocked. So if that recorder does open either one of 5 or 9, which is more likely in a mixed overworld than a first quest overworld, then that means we had a ladder blocked recorder, and the recorder was then blocking something.
Yeah. Yeah, and that recorder can do a number of things with these flag sets. So I don't blame Kingdahl for he doesn't have that many rooms left, so he probably wants to check out the basement item here as well. But I mean, that recorder, if it's recorded in new dungeons and recorded on unbeaten dungeons both roll on, it will take you to right to the Triforces you need. So it can be pretty powerful with these flags.
Those are 2 separate 50% chances.
Yeah. So
okay, raft may as well. Level 9 could be under a raft spot. Can't say no to it. But yeah, there's 2 50% flags there, so there's a 25% chance of getting both. But if you do, it's extremely powerful. You just get teleported straight to your progression, you know. We saw that in another match. I was about to spoil it, but we saw that in another match, and it made the game very fast. Both players had to get a large number of Triforces, and the game still went fast just because of that assistance. That said, you know, sometimes you end up with a second quest overworld, or you end up with a
with second quest and mixed overworld, the recorder can be important even if it's not, you know, overpowered by the flag roll because just because of overworld blocks.
Kingdahl's dug all but 5 rooms of this 4 and has no compass or Triforce. He's missing 4 rooms on the tip of the nose because he didn't want to spend a key, but he will spend a key here to do the mouth. Okay, so AlmightyBobino finds what I believe we called 5 earlier. The gold dungeon that I didn't look at much. Yes.
Level 4 compass in that compass maze room, which we definitely have unshuffled drops. And funny thing is, despite being random percent, because there's so many things that can roll vanilla, people are learning more about the vanilla game. Someone posted a chart of where all the maps and compasses and bosses are in every dungeon, so if you can recognize that quickly, you can skip clearing some rooms.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. You know, I have not memorized every map and compass room. I know a couple of them, but I never go dig the compass in Vanilla 7, you know? I know where I'm going. So I actually wouldn't know. That's really good.
Yeah. Well, the compass in Vanilla 7 is actually it's in a dark Chevy room that you have to pass through. So we do get it every run, but it's just it's not like you can go looking for it. But in Second Quest 7, I don't even know off the top of my head where it is. So yeah.
So
Kingdahl getting level 4, and let's see what this recorder does.
Takes him to Vanilla 6, which is not 6.
It looks like it's recorded to unbeaten, but vanilla spots. So it's only going to go to level 6, and once he finds level 6 and gets the Triforce, the recorder won't warp anywhere at all.
That's right. So AlmightyBobino, he's catching up though. He just got that Triforce out of 5, and he probably won't go back and dig it. And Bobino does know where level 4 is. Now the Triforce in 4 turned out to be a dig. Kingdahl showed us how long that level 4 actually is, but it's still fairly close. Kingdahl here trying to decide if this can be level 6. It's too far to the right. It's not 6, but oh, chat's calling it 2. I think it is. So Kingdahl must feel like he doesn't have enough items.
We know it was a Triforce they already had, and by process of elimination, they'd already seen 1 and 3, so it has to be. It had to be. They've already seen 1, 3, and 8, so it has to be 2, just based on that.
I wonder what Kingdahl feels like he needs, because he just got the recorder, so there's a lot of overworld recorder checks he could do, and he also happened to get a raft.
Yeah, I mean,
which is great if you feel like gambling.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a quick power bracelet, he does have a power bracelet check right next door that he could take care of, but it's a bit of a gamble to even spend any time in here.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with spending time in the dungeon. I mean, yeah, chat's like silvers could be here. I'm like, yeah, but they're also probably not. If we even care about silvers, we don't know. AlmightyBobino's got a difficult decision here. Oh, he missed. That bomb that AlmightyBobino put next to the cave was a little far to the right. A wand. Well then, okay.
Okay.
I'm still not sure I agree with spending any time in 2 in this situation, but at least he got paid for it.
Yeah.
Always nice when that happens.
I have to step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. So Kingdahl finding one of the 2 items in 2. Normally the other item would be a heart container, except because we know heart shuffle's on, he's looking for a second floor drop. And you guys like explosions. That was the heart drop spot. Will be a 4 BMOS room. Right. Oh, there it is. You sure called it, Garion. Yep. So it looks like floor drops are not shuffled. That 4 BMOS being the magic boomerang room in first quest. Good. Bobino is not digging 5. Good. Now, dig 1, dig 4, don't dig 5. Kingdahl, however, I don't think either player has even seen 6. We still haven't seen 6, and we still haven't seen 9. Oh, okay, so this race just got interesting because I don't know how much of Death Mountain Kingdahl has done, if he maybe orphaned a check up here or something. And it looks like he's going to do some Death Mountain checks now. So that will give some time back to AlmightyBobino. Okay. This will definitely even things up a bit.
Alright, I'm back. Have we found 6 yet?
Not yet. And Kingdahl is going back to 5, I think. This is going to give AlmightyBobino some time, I think, to catch up. Because...
Did we see the other floor item in 2? Was it
a heart container?
Okay. So Kingdahl's behaving like he thinks he needs the power bracelet. I'm surprised he hasn't ruled out all the raft and recorder spots before doing that.
Yeah, that would be my play too, is I would inefficiently explore the overworld to make certain that the power bracelet is 100% required. Because that's a lot less time spent than digging who even knows where for the power bracelet. It's also possible that even though we know it's mixed, maybe Kingdahl is just confused as to which spots are mixed, or maybe he's confused as to it being mixed, and so he maybe doesn't know with how many recorder spots are free.
I mean, he had to have seen that lake spot pretty the second quest level 3 lake pretty early on.
Yeah, that's true. Nah, Kingdahl's very good at this game. He knows. He knows it's mixed, and he knows what that means. So, but yeah, I might ask him after the race. Why he's so interested in these items. No, and then he decides he's not interested. I don't know. I can't even say it's keys anymore because he's got 7 keys. So it's got to be just...
Maybe he's just gambling on a quick grab somewhere. So
Yeah.
Or maybe it just occurred to him that...
there was a race I was playing in. I had 7 out of 8 Triforces, and the only Triforce I needed was level 4. Completely illogically, I went into 8 and started digging 8. And then 5 minutes into 8, I realized, wait, this is 8, not 4? And I save and quit out of it. And I'm sure the commentators, I didn't look at my own video, but I'm sure the commentators were just confused, and I was just making a silly mistake. I don't know why I was digging that level.
Kingdahl choosing to buy the wood arrows, that'll give him a little bit of... that'll take care of any Gomas he might come across, and give him a little bit extra offense for anything arrow. Although most of the things that are vulnerable to arrows in the seed are 0 HP anyway.
The recorder did open level 6. Amazing.
Oh, yep. Level 6 under this second quest recorder spot near the coast. So that puts Bobino in pretty... Bobino absolutely must dig 4 because he does need the Triforces. He does need the Triforce, but he better find that floor item along the way, or he's not getting anywhere.
So, 4, I believe, was in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
So, fortunately, Kingdahl did do the levels. He's been, unfortunately, moving a little bit slower than Kingdahl, but if he goes and gets 4, no, this is level 1, you've been here. If he goes to 4, gets the recorder out of 4, gets the Triforce, and then just heads right, he'll be in 6, and he'll have made up a lot of time. Just with better overworld exploration and better doing the dungeons in a better order. Mm-hmm. Whereas Kingdahl made up time by just being faster at it. Do you remember exactly which room level 4 was? Because I don't.
I don't, actually. It was somewhere on the east side, because I know they saw it early on, but... Yeah. If anyone in the chat wants to help us out, feel free.
Yeah, it would be something to go straight from 4, get the recorder, and then it would make perfect sense even. Just be like, oh, I'm going to check this recorder spot right nearby, because I just got the recorder. Maybe it's recorder blocked, and then you just hit the jackpot,
Okay, chat's saying that 4 is that bomb spot north of Lost Hills, east of... So
not so close to 6, yeah. But maybe if you don't up A, you can... Or maybe if you do up A, I don't know. Okay, 6 had an item on a heart on the floor.
Heart on the floor in the Goma room. So, just looking for the basement item perhaps, but mainly the Triforce, which will be in a Triforce room. So...
Oh yeah, and we still haven't seen 9.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's not the answer you wanted to see with the compass. I mean, you want to see that, but you don't want to see that.
It's like, oh, all the way across the...
Level 6 does have a connector, so if it's going to be that far away, I'll start pushing blocks. You can't move any further away from the Triforce than you are now, so... Oh, how many keys is this level 6 going to take? You need those keys for level 9. You hate to see it happen. Oh, AlmightyBobino's cashing in his raft? So he must have dug 4? No. I'm sorry, that was the secret. I'm not thinking. Okay, so AlmightyBobino never dug this 3 for the wood boomerang, and he knows items are shuffled. Now, AlmightyBobino might be thinking power bracelet or recorder required. Could even be raft required. All 3 pieces of progression are hidden. We know that 2 of them are in 4. It's not wrong for him to dig this 3, especially because he's already dug this 3 already. It's going to be a much quicker dig. It's a pretty good play on Bobino's side. Unfortunately wrong, but he doesn't know that. But there is no wrong, strategy, I guess. It's just only a wrong outcome.
Yeah, I don't think Bobino. I don't know that I have any evidence that he's noticed the unshuffled items principle, because the floor drop he's looking for is going to be in a sandy room at this point, because it's going to be where the manhandle heart drops.
That's right. And yeah, he's still killing everything. I mean, he might want keys. That was only his 4th key right there. It's not.
That's true. And some
he
of
could
these
also
doors,
just.
and some of these doors are shutters, but
Yeah, he could also just be addicted to the 0 HP enemies. It might be faster to just run through the rooms, but because he's had 0 HP enemies and it's just so easy and feels so good to kill everything. Sometimes, you have a shutter room, you have a room you want to check, and then you get to your 7th room and you're just in kill mode. You just keep killing everything, even though it's slower. You don't realize it. Kingdahl grabbing the super safety heart. That has a chance to unlock the bomb upgrade on Death Mountain, which I won't speak of again because I'm sure nobody's going to go get it. It's only 2 bombs. Definitely not worth the time.
Unless level 9's right there and you just happen to be going by it. But yeah, even then, I don't think I would bother going into that cave.
So AlmightyBobino got the staircase. Well, I'm going to say got, in air quotes, the staircase item in 3, but because he already has the magical boomerang, he doesn't actually go pick it up technically.
So this room should be the floor drop. Once he kills these Gyptos and keys.
Oh, it got the shield, which is what Boomstick causes.
Well, that might have been a Y shield. I don't know how Bobino feels about the magical shield. It looked like he got
a little bumped into it. Yeah.
Bumped into it.
Kingdahl taking the Coast Heart. Probably going to try to raft into 9 here. Let's see if it works. Could we have
Gary
a
Oldwell
ladder?
Pointing out, we just saw Zelda's room in level 3. That means we know that Ganon and Zelda in their own rooms has to be off because those rooms shuffled somewhere, or at least one of those rooms shuffled somewhere else. So
yeah, that's right.
So that means that if it is open Zelda, you might be able to get in not from the south.
That's right. Yeah, we're going to cover that when somebody finally gets into 9 here. But yeah, you're right. Seeing Zelda's room outside of 9 is huge because Fred never adds extra Zelda rooms. There's guaranteed to be exactly 1 in every seed. So, yeah, that's going to open up the possibilities for level 9 and just make every direction equally good.
I hadn't noticed before, they're entering in the dark corner of Vanilla 7, which is a rupee boss that's off the map in Vanilla. So that's why. So when they look at their sub screen, they're starting in an off map room, which is
kind of funny, yeah. And yeah. the one in column 2, I think.
Column 1, the top right, the top left corner.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Extra Ganon Zelda room flag when. Yeah, yeah, money. Yeah. Extra Ganon rooms, not a bad thing. It's just a 4B room. Extra Zelda rooms, no. The big thing with Zelda's room is that it's completely walled off, just hard walled off on the top, left, and right. So there's not many places you can put it. That tip of level 3 is one of them, though. Extra Zelda rooms. Ooh. AlmightyBobino going for another strategic wallmaster, maybe. It still takes him back to the first room. It's just as good as getting grabbed, except it's a death. And technically, he healed 2.5 hearts. It was a very strategic wallmaster.
Chad asking, did any runner check the forgotten spot? We've seen the power bracelet and open cave. Okay, so the white sword item is a heart container. That's right. The white sword item is the heart container. The white sword bomb upgrade shuffled into the armmost item.
Yeah, it's so confusing that we have to call it the white sword as an adjective because it is very confusing. Yeah, I thought that the white sword item was the. Yeah, same. Yeah. I get it.
And what I was about to say is that that power bracelet Armos and that cave where they saw the magical sword bomb upgrade were right next to the forgotten spot, but I don't know if anyone's took that way and bombed on the way or not. So
yeah, I don't think the forgotten spot has been checked either. To answer the question in chat from Wrathland 5. Oh gosh, Freedom Fighter with more suggestions in chat. I'd like to see level 9 where the compass points to multiple rooms at once. Thanks. How about deceptive compasses? 50-50 chance for the compass to just be wrong.
There has been talk of deceptive maps because in shapes there can't be off map rooms like that corner in 7 or the eyes or the eye in 7 or the eyes in level 9, but of course that is a thing in the vanilla game, so why not?
Oh man, can you just imagine if the progression of a seed is there and it's off map? Man. And I feel like in the vanilla game though, every room that's off the map is either
it's either a corner or an eye of a face, basically.
Exactly. Yeah, it's an eye of the face, and you kind of know there's a room there. Yeah. Level 7 and 9 are the ones that have them in the corners.
Yeah.
And then they happen to only hold a rupee boss and the red ring, which are not progression. So.
Well, the eye in 7 is the red candle, and also a necessary path.
Oh yeah. The eye. Well, I mean, yeah. In 9, the eyes are obviously super required because they're. But I mean,
I still hold a secret.
That's right. But I mean, the corner rooms are not.
Yeah. But as of now, we don't have with Shapes Dungeons a Eyes of the Swiss Cheese hold a secret. So.
Oh, level 9 was in Vanilla 7 spot. Also recorder blocked. So at 104, Kingdahl finally enters level 9.
Right. And so Bobino's equipped to finish this seed. He just needs to. He just needs to check the right recorder spots.
So I think Kingdahl here, he's killing enemies even when he doesn't have to. The shutter door open behind him because he wants a compass. The compass could drop any room. It's not wrong. Me personally, I will just run.
Now, based on what we've seen in the rest of the seed, the compass is going to be in a room with a black floor because that's where it is in vanilla.
Oh, you're right. So he really shouldn't be killing. Well, maybe this staircase he wants, but.
But yeah, I'm not sure. Bobino really has no reason to be redigging 7 right now. So I don't. He might have mistracked something or something because if you're in his position, you want to be clearing 4 ASAP. And
yeah, it's interesting because there's.
Well, wait, he has the items from 4. Did he? Or he has no. Oh no, he doesn't. You want to be clearing 4 ASAP to get that. To get that recorder and Triforce, because there's really nothing else to do in the seed besides that.
So I was gonna say real quick, Kingdahl just got the compass in Ganon's room. How does that make any sense?
Maybe the.
Because you're right, it should have been in a black room.
Maybe Ganon and Zelda's room being shuffled.
They're not in their vanilla room, so that means Ganon is in the black room.
Yeah.
And the items have to show up because Ganon can't give you the compass. Ganon has to give you the Triforce of Power.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there's all these edge cases with nuances and acceptance flags. We spot things in these things and we think we've cracked the code, and then something throws us for a loop like that. So. Yeah.
So because Ganon, does have to give you the Triforce of Power. Fred had to put the compass in Ganon's room, which. Guys, is this the end? Is this a bomb wall? Is the seed free? He bombs it 4 times just to be sure. Get your GGs out. Oh, it was a shoot room! He had to do it that way. Great. I love it. Awesome.
Your GG's in chat for Kingdahl, finishing in first place with an official SRL time of 1:06.58.
GG Kingdahl, well raced. 14 hearts even.
And AlmightyBobino, seeing the dot done, he responds with a dot quit. So he's gonna forfeit and not finish the seed out.
We might be able to get one or both of them in for an interview.
Yeah.
Almighty.
King join us in a minute. Kingdahl saying the IRC, man, I thought 5 was 6, which does explain some of the confusion.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So he was trying to. But I think you were saying right as I interrupted you about the compass and then the seed ending. You were just saying dig 4, and you're absolutely right because the Triforce you need, And because 4 is a Triforce you need, if you need the Triforce and potentially both items out of it, absolutely, yeah, that should take your priority over any other dungeon. And but Babino was in 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. It doesn't matter. Get the Triforce in 4. If you accidentally pick up a recorder on your way, which you will, then that would put you on the correct path. So do the things. That's a good rule for these randomizer flags. There's no hard rules in random %, but do the things you have to do first, because that might point you in the direction of the things you're not sure you have to do. Yeah, do the things that you know you have to do first. And welcome.
And welcome, Kingdahl and AlmightyBobino now joining us. GG, sirs.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you said in the IRC you thought 5 was 6 for a while.
Yeah, I had the 2 levels marked at 6, and neither of them were 5. One was 2, so I don't know. It was a mess.
Yeah, there was a section where like, what is he doing redigging these levels? But I guess it was just a tracking thing. Yeah.
And I played the flute, and it took me to 6, so I thought I might as well see what this is. And then it was 2, and then I thought, okay, let's see what the items is, because I didn't have the bracelet. If I had the bracelet, I would not dug anything.
Yeah.
But the spots were running out, so
you had the recorder and the raft. We were wondering why I figured you were digging for the power bracelet, but we were wondering why you would do that before checking the exploration spots you could get to. But it didn't matter. Babino, what were you doing in 7 at the end there? Your mic's off.
He might need push to talk. I'm not sure.
He just turned the... I think he just lost audio completely because the icon that says he doesn't hear us also went on.
Oh, yeah, he had both muted and deaf and on. Oh, there we go. He's back. Hello. Yeah. Welcome.
For some reason, every time I join a tournament comms room, my headset decides that every setting needs to change at once.
Yeah, Discord is funny like that. So what was your thinking at the end there, going for redigging 7?
I had no idea where I was lost. I'm like, I must be missing an item, so and I didn't track the first few dungeons because I wasn't sure which ones they were, so I didn't track them right. So I'm like, I must have missed something. So let me go redig this real quick, figure out what it is. And...
Yeah, well, one of the first few dungeons you got to was level 4, where you hit a ladder block pretty early on, and behind that ladder block was both the level 4 Triforce and the recorder opened up both level 6 and 9.
Yeah, I knew I was. I'm like, okay, the last dungeons I'm missing either need to be recorder blocked or raft blocked, so I need to find one of those two, and I couldn't.
Yeah, and you'd been in the dungeon where it was. You just didn't have the ladder, so you. But I guess the hidden dungeon numbers really cooked you there, because if you hadn't tracked which dungeons you'd been in, it's kind of hard to go back to the right one. Yeah,
and I was hoping the book was going to be Atlas, so I could just cheat and use the maps.
Yeah, both of you bought the book.
Oh, nice.
Kingdahl eventually found the wand as well, but I think you were the first to buy the book. And it is a decent play because of that possibility. Book is Atlas with hidden dungeon numbers, but it didn't work out.
Funny actually. Regarding the key play of the seed, which is the Triforce in 4. Actually having both the ladder and the raft. Recorder and the raft, which, led to 6 and 9. The raft ended up being useless, but I just thought it was interesting that, 2 of the 3 pieces of overworld progression were in 4. You were both, running into ladder blocks all over the place. And would you both believe you found the ladders at about the same time?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 40 minutes in, you find that ladder in 1. And it was a double dip or a triple dip for both of you. You got to figure, you're like, oh man, my opponent got that ladder in 1 so long ago. I got to go back to all those ladder blocks. This is terrible. No, yep. You're fine. You both did it.
See, I was thinking like this. the sword was so far away that level 1 was kind of tough to clear the first time. So I really didn't think digging 1 like with the candle was. It's a tough thing to like say if you're doing it wrong or right.
Well, there was also key blocks as well. You both couldn't get to where the ladder was the first time anyway. Like, but yeah, no, you're right. The blue candle is the thing. Actually,
I tried to clear those wall masters with my bombs. It was close.
Right. You couldn't get out. That was close. I thought you were trying to force a bomb actually, and then one of them dropped a blue rupee. Like, that hurts.
I just kept going in and out to kill him with the blue candle.
Yeah, actually, Kingdahl, you very early found the wood boomerang in 3, and you actually had that for a while before you had your sword, and that made dungeons much more comfortable. And then Bobino, you actually got the magical boomerang. So it's funny, with that 0 HP flag forced on for this match, the boomerangs really got their chance to shine today.
Yeah.
Kind of fun.
That's why I had fun with it the last race. The race 1 with Kingdahl was the first time I had ever played with 0 HP on because I forgot it was a flag, and I had so much fun. I'm like, okay, this is going to be the flag for the second one because you get to do so many fun things. You get to fight stuff with candles and boomerangs, and
yeah, it is fun.
Yeah, that boomerang was like my first item, and I didn't get any item for like half an hour. So that boomerang really saved everything because I didn't have to really rush for the sword either. I could basically clear everything that wasn't dark nuts, which I didn't really see very many of. So that was good.
So Kingdahl, moving on, you're going to face Nochi Bada in your next round. Babino, you're going to have to wait to see because the winner of the Sharky and Elendar race later tonight will race Bogey Smalls, and then you will face the loser of that match.
Oh, cool.
We Random Effect and Alsoa should be going on right now for their game 1 and game 2 over on Randomania 3. And then later tonight, we've got Beletta and Zarnax, and that Sharky and Eldar race I just mentioned. Redbird and Scytown and Saver and Jacob are all coming up on various Randomania channels tonight. So
yeah, definitely come back at 10 p.m. for all those races. Those are some very good players playing each other in the first round.
I was just about to say, all of those sound like good races too. Like usually there's like one race where like, oh, I gotta watch this one. Like all of those sound good.
Yeah, Redbird and Scytown, Saver and Jacob are at the same time. You might want to fire up 2 different screens for that.
and if you have more free time to watch more races, I mean, definitely go over to Randomania 3 right now and watch Random Effect and Alsoa play live. We're actually going to raid them in just a minute, but check out that Redbird Grad Scytown VOD before their 10 o'clock match tonight. Yeah, I recommend it. So
thank you guys so much for the broadcast. Kingdahl, good luck. You better win it all, so I don't feel bad about losing to you first round.